In 1983, India started Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. This program was responsible for India's entire indigenous missile arsenal. Ballistic missiles like Agni and Prithvi, surface-to-air missiles like Trishul, Akash, and anti-tank missiles like Nag are the outcomes of this project. But the first Gulf War of 1991 highlighted the importance of cruise missiles to Indian armed forces. Not to say that India wasn't using any cruise missile at that time, but most of these cruise missiles were installed on Indian warships. India used many variants of caliber cruise missile installed in Indian destroyers and frigates at the time. So at this point of time, Indian armed forces require land attack capabilities, as ballistic missiles had their own limitations. So in 1990s, India started to look for developing indigenous cruise missile capabilities in collaboration with Russia. In February 1998, India's missile technologist APJ Abdul Kalam and Russia's Deputy Defense Minister signed an intergovernmental agreement of setting up a joint venture between India's DRDO and Russia's NPOM. As a result of this joint venture, Brahmos Aerospace was formed, which aimed to develop a comprehensive multi-platform cruise missile we all known as Brahmos. In this joint venture, India holds 50.5% of the share and Russia has 49% of the shares. In totality, Brahmos Aerospace received $250 million from both the countries. The first test of Brahmos was conducted on 12th June 2001. This was a short-range, land-based vertical profile test. This was the first land-based land attack cruise missile tested in India. The first anti-ship test was conducted from Rajput-class destroyer on 12th Feb 2003. In the same year, 9th October, the first mobile launcher trial was realized. Since then, over 60 missile tests have been conducted with various variants and varied platforms from submarine to aircraft. The latest test of Brahmos was conducted on 12th May 2022, which was from an Sukhoi 30 MKI. There are many more tests planned for this missile, and all this makes Brahmos the most tested surface-to-surface missile in India. Right now, the missile comes in 3 variants: land, air, and ship, and submarine variant is also under testing. The land version of this missile is mounted on a Tatra truck with a launch delay of 4 minutes within receiving the command. The missile can exercise and salvo launch within 3 seconds. This makes Brahmos a very potent and provides quick reaction capability to Indian Army. Typically, 4 launchers are controlled by one command post. Each launcher has 3 missiles. Now on January 20th, Indian Air Force Tiger Shark Squadron armed with Sukhoi 30 MKI became the first squadron in Indian Air Force to be equipped with air launch version of Brahmos missile. This makes Brahmos the heaviest weapon in Indian Air Force inventory. Induction of almost 400 km range supersonic cruise missile in Indian Air Force arsenal gives IAF an unprecedented capability, which is not just in South Asia but also all around the world. We will discuss this capability further in the video. The anti-ship version of Brahmos has been deployed on most of the modern destroyers and frigates of Indian Navy and designated as a prime strike weapon of Indian Navy. The naval version of Brahmos has vertical launch capability, making it most survivable. It takes about 2 to 2.5 seconds to fire a single mode and can be fired in a salvo mode towards one or different target. The naval version of Brahmos has about 600 km range and a sea skimming capability. In addition to this, in 2013, India also demonstrated a submarine launch version of this missile, firing with a depth of 14 to 50 meters. Work is also being done on a lighter version of Brahmos known as Brahmos Next Generation. This missile will have reduced dimension and weight, making missile more adaptable and flexible with stealthier profile and greater effectiveness against electronic countermeasure. This version will have potential to arm more platforms of present and future with lethal force. If we talk about the specification, the missile is 8.4 meter long, weighing about 3000 kg. The air-launched version and next-generation version is lighter and shorter. Initially, the missile had a range of 290 km, but after India gained membership of Missile Technology Control Regime, India was able to create several variants of this missile with several ranges. Brahmos has maximum speed of 3 Mach and is one of the very few missiles in the world which have sea skimming capability as low as 3 meter with supersonic speed. The 5 main mechanisms used in Brahmos are propulsion system, guidance systems, aerodynamics, the terminal guidance which is used for precision strike, and the warhead itself. Brahmos is a 2-stage missile with solid stage as first stage and liquid ramjet as second stage. The liquid ramjet technology has been 100% localized, and India is working on this technology for further application in hypersonic weapon. For the navigation and terminal guidance, the missile uses GPS, GLONASS, and indigenously developed Navik satellite navigation system. In terms of aerodynamics, Brahmos missile has 3 major control surfaces: fins, wing, and tail, 4 of each making total 12 control surfaces. The missile can use wide variety of warheads, including smaller payload precision warheads for which terminal guidance is needed, also nuclear warheads. The payload capacity varies from 200 to 300 kg. And assuming the average yield to weight ratio of 0.01, we can assume that the missile can carry up to 20 to 30 kiloton of nuclear warhead. Brahmos can fly at altitude of as high as 15,000 meter and as low as 3 meter in sea skimming or terrain hugging mode. If we compare Brahmos with existing modern subsonic cruise missiles like Tomahawk, the speed is all kinetic energy is almost 9 times to that of Tomahawk. The seeker range of Brahmos is 3 to 4 times to that of missiles like Caliber. As we have discussed before, Brahmos has been deployed on multiple platforms and has been the mainstay of Indian military's land attack capabilities. At this point, Brahmos not be the only active supersonic cruise missile around the world, but it indeed is the most deployed. Brahmos has a CEP of 1 meter, which makes it extremely accurate missile, which when combined with a speed of 3 Mach makes most modern surface-to-air missile systems almost helpless against this missile. Few days ago, a Brahmos was misfired into Pakistan's territory, which was later explained by Indian Defense Ministry as an accidental fire. The missile traveled 124 km, striking inside Pakistan. The Pakistani air defense was able to track the incoming missile, but its air defense installations were unable to react. Brahmos will take approximately 10 minutes to travel 400 km, and a SAM battery will have about 5 minutes to react. But one should keep in mind that Brahmos can also do course correction, and with terrain hugging capability, this 5 minute can even come down to 1 minute, which is hugely insufficient for any close range air defense system to react. In a quick war, Brahmos gives an opportunity to destroy critical targets like air assets, air defense batteries, providing absolute air superiority to the attacking force. An efficient employment of Brahmos can be in variety of situations, since it can be fired from multiple platforms. This missile can act as a disruptive force in any conventional war. If we talk about the future, India is actively producing and raising new batteries of Brahmos every year for Army, Navy and Air Force. In addition to this, India is developing new and better versions of Brahmos. India has also been able to sell Brahmos to countries like Philippines, and other countries like Indonesia and Vietnam are also in talks. Brahmos is a very good opportunity for India to enter global defense export market. But we must understand that Brahmos is a pretty costly missile system and can only be used in precision and tactical attacks. Next generation of Brahmos is also known as Brahmos 2, which will be an hypersonic missile and will enhance India's land attack capabilities. The technologies developed while building this missile are now used to build even better missiles, and in future we may see more flexible variants of this incredible missile system. This was the story of Brahmos missile. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. Spearhead over and out.